You're probably a busy entrepreneur, and in this video, I will tell you exactly how I got in the best shape of my life, all from the comfort of my home, without sacrificing any time to go to the gym. About 2 years ago, I went on a trip and it changed my life forever because it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. I remember arriving at the hotel and I just fell in love with that experience. I could wake up whenever I wanted, I could eat whatever I wanted, I could go to the ocean, and I was the one deciding my day. I had no one on top of me, no boss, no teacher telling me what to do. And it made me want to be an entrepreneur. It made me want to decide my life, to have my own business and to decide what to do with my life. And so from that moment, that was my biggest goal, to be an entrepreneur. But you see, I was also out of shape. I was used to getting no attention from women at all. I was used to hating the way I look, getting no respect from men. And I was just so sick of that. I remember there was one day where I went in my washroom, I looked myself in the mirror and I just started crying. And the reason why was because I was sick of this body. I was sick of this life. And that was the moment that it clicked for me. I needed to change because I just couldn't live my whole life like this. I needed to get in shape. So the next day I woke up, I was super motivated. I took the car and I went in the gym. But as soon as I entered the doors of the gym, I told myself that I would never, ever go back to the gym. And the reason why was because it was packed with people. There was a line to go to the bench, the leg press, the pull-up. Everything was used and I was just wasting way too much time out of my day. Way too much time that I wanted to focus on my business. So I completely cut off the gym. I canceled my subscription and I bought every single thing I needed in order to work out at home. And truly it was the best option by far for me because I was able to get in the best shape of my life. And I was also able to focus on my business, so my two goals were met. This is why it is the best option by far for you business entrepreneurs. You will be able to focus on your business entirely whilst getting in the best shape of your life. And it's good to have all the money in the world, but if you are not in shape, your life simply is not the best. If you want more from my personal help to achieve your fitness goal, all from the comfort of your home, so that you don't have to sacrifice any time on your business, go click the link in the description. But now back to the video. Working out at home changed my life forever because I remember the first time that I worked out, I was way less stressed, I was way less anxious because first of all, I was lifting heavy weights, but also because I had one focus, and that was business. I wasn't thinking about what time to go to the gym so that there would be less people, so that the bench would be free, none of that. My sole focus was business, as I wasn't thinking about anything else. So that's why it changed my life forever. Now let's talk about what is needed in order to work out at home. The first thing that you need is a bench. When I first started to work out, I had no bench and I would just do a bunch of weird exercise on the floor. And my workout was just not the best. So I bought a bench and my workout was just 10 times better because it unlocked a bunch of exercise like the bench press. The second thing is that I used to work out without dumbbells. I would do a bunch of body weight exercise and I just couldn't push myself as hard as I wanted. So I bought dumbbells and my workout were just 10 times better. So that's the second thing that you need in order to work out at home. The third thing that you need is a door frame pull-up bar. And it is one of my favorite pieces of equipment because it allowed me to do the pull-up, the chin-up, and a bunch more exercise like this. That's the third thing that you need. And the fourth and last thing that you need is a mirror. When I first started to work out, I had no mirror and my workout were just not the best because I had no way to review my movement, no way to see if I was going like bad form or good form, and I had no way to review my movement basically. So that's the fourth thing that you need. And that is the beauty of working out at home. You don't need much to get in the best shape of your life and to feel amazing in your body. My workout used to be so long though. I used to do 4 sets and my workout would last 2 hours and a half, and I was sick of that. I wanted to have quick, fast, effective workouts so that I could spend more time on my business. So I went down to 2 sets of failure and it was perfect because I was pushing myself hard, I was going to failure, and my workout were fast and effective. So I was gaining muscle with fast and effective workout basically. So that is why you as an entrepreneur must go to 2 sets of failure. But for a week, what I did is I went to only 1 set. And when I go to 1 set, my brain bullies me to push myself harder because it knows that I only have 1 shot at this, and so I have to give my everything. So that's what you need to do. For a week, go to 1 set, see what you're truly capable of, then go to 2 sets, and I promise you will see a massive difference on your body. So Imagine this, I was this skinny kid that was not getting attention from women, no respect from men, and so I started to make some research. And I stumbled on the V shape. The V shape is the shape that is the most attractive to the female gaze, but it is also the shape that will make you feel the most confident. And so I started to focus on that shape, and it changed my life forever. I will tell you the exact exercise that I did in order to achieve that shape. But first, you need to know that in order to achieve that shape, you'll have to focus on the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck, and the lower abs. Now let's talk about the exercise that I do. Since I first started to work out, I did the pull-up every single day because I used to work with a colleague of mine that was very attractive. I had a crush on her, and one day she told me that she liked big, massive back, and that was the moment that it clicked for me. I started to do the pull-up every single day, and I completely fell in love with that exercise. At that point, it wasn't even about my colleague. It was just that I saw such a massive back transformation that I wanted to do it every single day. Now, the second exercise that I used to do was the push-up. But you see, I was not a fan of the push-up because it gave me a saggy look. It focused on the lower part of my chest, and I just didn't like that look. So I started to do the decline push-up, where I put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I did the push-up, and it was perfect because it gave me a masculine look. It focused on the upper part of my chest, and that is exactly what I wanted. So that's the second exercise that I suggest you do, is the decline push-up. Now the third thing is that I used to struggle a lot to grow my shoulder. They just wouldn't grow, they were small, and I was sick of that. I wanted to have big, massive shoulder. So I went on a trip with one of my muscular friends, and I just asked him, how do you build such massive shoulder? And he told me that he wouldn't train them once like I was doing, but every single day of the week, he would do the lateral raise. And so I tried it, and it definitely worked. So if you want to build big, massive shoulder, do the lateral raise, not once a week, but every single day. You will just see a massive, massive difference on your body. Now the fourth thing is that I used to be bellied when I was younger, and the reason why was because I just looked weak. I had a skinny neck, and I was sick of that. I wanted to look more masculine. So I started to train my neck by doing the neck curls, and I just saw a massive difference. My neck grew and grew bigger. And so there's two ways that I did the neck curls. I did it on my back, where I put the weight on the front of my head, and it targeted the front part of my neck, or I did it on my chest, where I put the weight on the back of my head, and it targeted the back part of my neck. These are the two ways to do the neck curls, and I highly suggest you do these two exercises in order to have a more masculine neck. Now the fifth and final exercise that I do every single day are 50 leg raises and then 10 hanging leg raises. I do 2 sets every single day, and in 2 months I had the six-pack. Because when I was younger, I used to search on YouTube fast six-pack abs guaranteed, and I would just train them once a week, but I just saw that it didn't work. So I changed my approach. I started to train them 10-15 minutes every single day, and it worked like butter. So these are the two exercises that I really suggest you do in order to get in the best shape of your life. Now, there was a problem. I was not consistent at all. I would work out for a week, and then I would stop for a month. I would work out for 2 weeks, and then not for a month. And the reason why was because I knew nothing about consistency until I read that book. The book is called Atomic Habits, and it was the first time that I discovered techniques to stay consistent. And I discovered about stacking habits. Stacking habits is the action of stacking the desired habit on top of something that you do every single day. For example, at 6 a.m. I wake up. From 6:30 to 12, I do my deep work. From 12 to 12:30, I eat. And then from 12:30 to 1:30, I work out. You see, I stacked working out on top of something that I do every single day, which is eating. And it worked very, very well for me because it allowed me to continue my routine instead of starting it out of nowhere. So that's the first thing that you want to do, is stack habit. Think about your routine right now and think about how could you stack working out on top of that routine. If you do that, it will just be far easier to stay constant to work out. Now, the second thing that helped me a lot was to change my identity, because when I was younger, my identity was of this guy who was not consistent on anything, who was not confident. And whenever I would work out, I would just have negative thoughts in my mind. I would have thoughts that would tell myself to stop working out because it was not me, and all of these negative thoughts basically. And so I needed to change my identity, because whenever I would work out, I would just push against my identity, and I needed my identity to push my action forward. And so I forcefully changed my identity by putting positive thoughts in my head. I would tell myself 100 times a day, you're a healthy athlete that is very consistent. And of course, at first it was delusional, but it was better to have delusional thoughts that were making me advance in my goal than to have negative thoughts that were keeping me from achieving my goals. That's the second thing that you want to do, is to change your identity. Another thing that helped me a lot was to stay motivated. What I did in order to stay motivated is I wrote a list of every single thing that would happen to me once I would get in the best shape of my life. And whenever I didn't feel motivated, I would come back to that list. In that list, I would write the kind of woman that I would attract to myself, the way I would carry myself, the confidence that I would have, the way men would treat me, and it just gave me motivation to work out. This is your action step right now. Put pause on this video, take a piece of paper and write every single thing that will happen to you once you get in the best shape of your life. Do this right now, and I promise you will get the motivation that you like. What I started to do is I started to visualize specific moments in my life. For example, each year I go back to the father side of my family for Christmas. I would visualize myself entering with a tight shirt on my arm. I would visualize the way they would treat me, the way they would respect me. And I would visualize myself walking in the street, the way men would let me pass, the way women would look at me. And it just gave me motivation to work out. Now let's talk about diet. I used to think that eating healthy and tasty was impossible, but you see I was completely wrong. I thought that you had to eat broccolis and chicken all day long, but this is the proof that you can eat healthy and tasty food. This is a recipe that I cook every single day. It tastes amazing, it is very healthy, it is high protein, and it is simply the truth that it is not true. I remember there was one day where I woke up and the first thing that I ate was red meat with a bit of avocados and olive oil, and I just had the best workout ever that day. And the reason why was because of what I ate. You see, I ate high fat but good fat, and the good fat will make your testosterone go up, and therefore you will have more energy to work out and you will gain more muscle. So that's the first thing that you want to do, is to eat high fat but good fat. When I was younger, I ate a lot of McDonald's, and I just didn't see myself packing on muscle as much as I wanted. I was gaining weight, but I was gaining fat, and that was not my goal at all. And so I changed my approach. I started to eat high fat but good fat, like avocados, olive oil, red meat, and nuts, and I just saw a massive difference. I was packing on muscle way faster than when I used to eat McDonald's and all of that. Now the second thing that I used to do was that I would eat 3 eggs in a day, and then I would work out, and I would feel sore for 2 days, for 3 days, and I always asked myself why. But the reason why was because I was breaking the muscle when I would work out, but then I wouldn't repair it by eating enough protein. And so that's the second thing that is essential, is to eat enough protein, because I would just not pack muscle as much as I wanted. And that was the reason why. So I started to eat 10 eggs a day. I started to eat meat, chicken every single day, and it just made a huge difference in my workout. So that's the second thing that you want to do, is eat about 0.82 grams per pound of body weight. But you can just forget that. Just try to eat 10 eggs a day. Try to eat nuts, meat, and I promise you will be good. I just want to share with you a quick pancake recipe that I do every single day. It tastes amazing, it is fast, it is high protein, and so it is perfect for you, busy entrepreneurs. The recipe is 1 banana, 3 eggs, and a half cup of oats. I put that in the blender, I blend it, then I put a little bit of butter in a frying pan. I put the mixture in a frying pan, turn it at about 3 minutes, and it just tastes amazing. It is fast, effective, and high protein. Try it and I promise you will like it. So that's it for this video, and I really wish it helped me. I just want to show you this picture because it is my transformation, and truly my life is 10 times better. I can attract the kind of woman that I want. I feel 10 times more confident. I get respect from men, and my life just gets 10 times better. So once again, if you're a business entrepreneur and you want to get in the best shape of your life fast from the comfort of your home, go click the link in the description right now and we'll talk about how I can help you. Have a good day.